I used to believe friendship was forever, that no matter what happened, true friends stood by you. That belief died the day Emily smiled at me, the same smile she used to hide the knife she was about to twist in my back. She was my best friend since high school. We did everything together. Late-night talks, shared dreams, promises whispered under starlight. She knew me better than anyone. Or so I thought. When I met Daniel, my world felt complete. He was kind, grounded, and he saw me for who I was, not the quiet girl behind Emily's glow, but the woman with ambition, drive, and heart. For the first time, I didn't feel like a shadow. But Emily couldn't stand that. She'd always been the center of attention, the one everyone adored. And when she realized Daniel's eyes followed me instead of her, something inside her changed. Slowly, she began to take pieces of my world, one by one, disguised as love and friendship. She comforted me when Daniel and I argued, saying, "You deserve better." She offered to help me with my new job, then subtly undermined me to our boss. She whispered to others that I was unstable, that my success came from pity, not talent. I brushed it off, thinking she was just stressed. I didn't see the storm she was building until it was too late. The day it happened was supposed to be the happiest of my life, the night Daniel proposed. I remember calling Emily, excited and breathless, telling her he'd planned a surprise dinner. She sounded thrilled, promised she'd help me get ready. When I arrived at the restaurant, Daniel wasn't there. Instead, I saw him outside, under the streetlights, kissing her, my best friend, my sister in everything but blood. And when they turned and saw me, they didn't even flinch. Emily smiled. That same calm, pitying smile that said, "You should have seen this coming." My world collapsed in silence. No screaming, no scenes. Just a hollow ache where my heart used to be. Days later, they went public. She said she'd fallen in love unexpectedly, and hoped I'd understand someday. People took her side, of course. She was golden, radiant, unblemished by guilt. And me? I was painted as bitter, jealous, dramatic. Within months, she had my fiancé, my job, and the recognition I'd worked for years to earn. I left everything behind. The city, the memories, even my name. I thought time would heal me. It didn't. The pain lived in every heartbeat, every breath, every dream that ended with her face. Until one night, everything changed. I woke up gasping, my heart pounding. My room looked different, smaller, familiar. The posters, the mirror, the worn-out desk. I looked at the calendar. The date burned into my mind. 2 years before the betrayal. I was back. Back before Emily's lies. Before Daniel's betrayal. Before I lost everything. My hands shook as I stared at my reflection. The same face, the same innocent eyes. But inside, something new had awakened. Fire. Fate had given me a second chance, and I swore I wouldn't waste it. This time I would not be blind. This time, I would not be kind. I started quietly, changing the smallest things first. I stopped sharing my dreams with her, stopped telling her my plans. Instead, I watched her. The way she smiled when others praised me, how her fingers tightened around her glass whenever Daniel looked my way. I saw it all now. The envy, the calculation, the need to be loved more than me. I played my part perfectly. I let her think nothing had changed. But while she whispered poison, I built my antidote. I worked harder than before, securing the promotion she once stole from me, earning respect she could no longer touch. When Daniel came into my life again, I didn't fall as fast. I studied him. Every word, every hesitation. And slowly, I saw the truth I'd once ignored. He loved the idea of me, but he needed validation more than loyalty. A perfect target for Emily's charm. I didn't push them together this time. I let fate repeat its pattern, but this time, I was ready to catch it before it broke me. One night, I invited Emily to my apartment for dinner. She arrived glowing, pretending to care about my new success. "You've changed," she said, smiling, in a good way. "I have," I replied, meeting her gaze. "You taught me that." Her smile faltered, just for a second. It was small, but I saw it, the crack in her confidence. That night, I sent Daniel a message from Emily's phone, one she accidentally left on my counter. Just a few lines, enough to expose what she truly thought of him. When he confronted her days later, she called me in tears, accusing me of betrayal. The irony almost made me laugh. But I wasn't finished. Emily was always obsessed with reputation. So I gave her one. The truth, wrapped in a scandal she couldn't control. I revealed her manipulations to the company she once schemed her way into, every lie traced back to her. It wasn't vengeance, it was justice. By the time she realized what was happening, it was too late. Her charm couldn't save her this time. The world finally saw what I had seen all along, a woman so consumed by envy, she destroyed the very people who loved her. Daniel left her. Her friends vanished. Her name, once praised, became whispered with disgust. The day she came to see me, I almost didn't recognize her. Her perfect hair was undone, her eyes hollow. "You ruined me," she said, her voice shaking. "No," I replied quietly. "You did that yourself. You don't understand." "I understand perfectly," I interrupted. "You took my love, my future, my dreams. But in doing so, you gave me strength. You taught me what to never be." She stared at me, tears streaming down her cheeks. "You were supposed to forgive me." "I did," I said softly. "That's why I don't hate you anymore. I just don't need you." She left without another word. And for the first time I felt free. Not triumphant, not vengeful, just at peace. The life she tried to take from me no longer mattered, because I had built something better. I created my own company, surrounded myself with people who valued truth over charm. I learned to love again, but this time, I chose someone who saw my strength, not just my softness. Sometimes, when I look back, I wonder if fate sent me back for revenge or redemption. Maybe both. But I do know this. Emily lives now with the weight of her choices, trapped in the regret she once thought I'd carry forever. And me? I live in the light she tried so hard to steal, because the thing about betrayal is that it burns, but from ashes, something stronger always rises. She thought she'd destroyed me, but she only forged me. So when people ask why I don't talk about my past, I smile and say, because it is already buried, and I am too busy building the future she'll never touch. My best friend once took everything I loved. But in doing so, she gave me something she'll never have: peace, strength, and the power to live without her. Now, every time I see her name fade from the headlines, I don't feel anger, only satisfaction. She finally learned what regret feels like.